So to make this flirt pole, you're going to need a piece of PVC pipe appropriately sized for your dog. And you're also going to need something like paracord or rope sturdy enough for your dog. So you're going to need some power tools for this one. You're going to need a drill and some kind of a saw, either a hand saw or an electric saw, depending on how thick your PVC pipe is. So to start, you're going to make sure you have an appropriately sized length of PVC for you and your dog. You can either get this done at the hardware store or you can buy a piece and do it yourself like I did here. So then you're just going to drill a hole a couple of inches down from the top of the pipe, and depending on how big your dog is, you're going to want to make sure the hole is either farther down, or like me, I have small dogs, so it's further up, and you're going to want to make sure the hole is big enough for the rope that you're using. So after you cut your pipe, it's probably going to be a little bit rough, so you can use a Dremel, like I have here, to sand down the edges of the pipe to make sure it's nice and smooth. And then the next thing you're going to do is take some length of rope, and again this will be different depending on the size of your dog, and you're going to thread it up through the hole, up through the top of the pipe, and you're going to want to make sure you have enough rope sticking out that you can knot it, and you're going to want to make sure that it's knotted well enough that it's not going to slip through the hole. You can also use some hot glue or some other kind of adhesive to make sure it's really secured in there and that it's not going to come out. As you can see here, it's pretty well in there. And lastly, you're just going to secure a toy to the other end of the rope, and you can see here I'm using a stuffingless rabbit. This is something that the dogs really like to chase, so whatever kind of toy your dog likes, tie it right onto the end. And that's literally it. Flirt poles are super easy to make yourself if you just have a few supplies and a few minutes to spare. I love flirt poles. They're a really great tool to have, especially if you have a dog that really loves to chase or could use a little bit more impulse control. Flirt poles are a really wonderful way to kill two birds with one stone. You can give your dog the opportunity to get all that desire to chase out of their system in a really structured way while using it to instill some impulse control in your dog. If you haven't checked out my How to Play Tug with Your Dog video yet, definitely check that out because that will be crucial to being able to play the game with your dog appropriately.